Ever wish you had, like, a whole team of AI geniuses just tucked away in your pocket, ready to jump out and tackle any question or crazy task you throw at them?
Yeah.
Well, today's deep dive might just have you believing that that future is closer than you think.
Oh.
We're diving into Meta's big announcement, Llama 3.2, and trust me, this isn't just some, incremental AI update.
Right. What's really got me hooked is how this Llama 3.2 is kind of shattering all those expectations about what on-device AI could actually do.
Seriously. We're talking about AI models powerful enough to like run complex stuff, but they're also somehow small enough to potentially live right there on your phone.
It's wild, isn't it?
And then it's not even like a baby step from the older versions. This is like Llama went from zero to full-blown superhero in like a year, 10 times more powerful, just like that. That kind of speed, that's almost unheard of in AI.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not even just about how much bigger they've made it, but what they've actually managed to pack in. We're not just talking about your typical AI that reads text and calls it a day. Llama 3.2 can actually make sense of images too.
Hold on. Images? You're saying it can actually see a picture, like understand what's going on in it. Okay, now you're blowing my mind a little.
It's pretty incredible, actually. They've gone and integrated something called an image encoder into the model itself.
Okay. And what in the world is an image encoder?
Okay, so think of it this way. Imagine trying to describe, like, an epic sunset to someone who's never been able to see.
Right.
It'd be tough, right? Because they don't have the same experience to draw on. Well, this image encoder, it's like that frame of reference for Llama 3.2. It translates the visual stuff into something the AI can actually process along with the text.
So if I showed Llama 3.2, say, a graph with a bunch of sales numbers,
Yeah.
I could ask it, all right, which month had the biggest spike? And it wouldn't just be totally lost.
Yeah.
It could actually check out the picture itself and give me an answer based on what it sees.
Exactly. Think about it. An AI assistant that doesn't just read the report. It understands the charts and graphs that go with it. It's like next level understanding.
Okay, that is some serious next level stuff. But how do they even begin to make these models small enough to squeeze onto something like a phone? We're talking serious AI muscle here.
That's where the real magic happens. It's pretty fascinating. They've used a few tricks, but the big ones are called pruning and knowledge distillation.
Okay, gotta be honest, those sound like something straight out of like a sci-fi movie. Gotta break those down for me.
All right, so imagine you've got this massive encyclopedia, right? Super detailed, tons of info, but it takes up like an entire room. It's so big.
I'm with you.
Pruning is like if you took that giant encyclopedia, made a super condensed version, getting rid of some entries, no, not useless ones, but maybe just less essential for most people. You end up with a book that's way smaller, but still has all the really important stuff.
So they're basically trimming the fat, making the AI streamline without sacrificing its brain power. Okay, I'm kind of getting that. What about this whole knowledge distillation thing? That sounds kind of intense.
Okay, picture this. You've got this, like, world-renowned chef, mastered every type of cuisine you can imagine. Knowledge distillation is like that chef taking a really promising young cook under their wing, sharing all their secret techniques and recipes.
Right.
The young cook might not have decades of experience yet, but they've got the essence of the master's knowledge, you know?
So they took a super powerful, huge AI model and basically distilled its core into something smaller and more portable.
Exactly.
It is genius.
And the results speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
These 1B and 3B models, they could potentially run all that incredible stuff right there on your phone. Think about it. Instantly summarizing notes from a meeting, drafting up emails in seconds,
Wow.
or even, generating creative content, all without your data ever leaving your device.
Okay. You officially blew my mind. This is some next level stuff. This is like sci-fi movie stuff, but it's real. I can already see how this could change everything. This is like straight out of a science fiction novel, except it's real. I can already see how this could change everything.
It's not even just about the technology itself, It's about how it can give regular people, like, real superpowers in their everyday lives.
Give me some real-world examples here. How could someone use this in their day-to-day? Paint me a picture.
Okay, imagine this. You're a student, right? Buried under a mountain of research papers.
Oh, tell me about it.
And each one is, like, crammed with complex data, charts, graphs.
The worst.
Instead of spending hours just trying to decode it all, you could just, like, snap a picture of the page on your phone. Boom. Llama 3.2 could summarize the key findings right there. Even pull insights directly from those visuals.
Oh, wow. That would have been a lifesaver back in my college days. No more all-nighters trying to make sense of academic jargon.
Right.
I can see how this would be huge for students, absolutely.
Totally. Or picture yourself in a business meeting, yeah. Someone's giving a presentation, slide decks full of data.
Yeah.
With Llama 3.2 on your phone, you could, like, discreetly snap pictures of the slides.
Sneaky, sneaky.
The AI could analyze everything in real time, even, like, whisper insights to you, potential follow-up questions right in your ear.
It's like having a secret weapon in your pocket. No more nodding along, pretending to understand what's going on. This could be a game changer for anyone who has to deal with tons of information every day.
That's it, exactly. And honestly, these are just the scenarios we can think of right now.
Right.
The really exciting part is that the potential applications are practically limitless.
Wow.
And they're constantly evolving as developers get their hands on this and start playing around with it. We're just scratching the surface here.
It's mind-blowing that something this powerful can also be so accessible. Speaking of access, some of our listeners might be wondering, like, how can I actually get my hands on Llama 3.2? Can I try it out?
And that's one of the most exciting parts. It's actually pretty straightforward. Meta's made the Llama 3.2 models available for download right on their website, llama.com. They've also got it on Hugging Face, which is a really popular platform for AI models.
So if you're, like, tech savvy, you could potentially download these models and start messing around with them right now.
Totally. And for those who aren't as comfy with the tech side of things, no worries. There are going to be more and more apps and services built on top of Llama 3.2, making it super easy for anyone to experience what it can do.
Sounds like we're on the verge of a whole new wave of AI innovation here.
Absolutely.
Who knows what amazing things we're going to see in the coming months, years even.
It's a pivotal moment for sure. Like the release of Llama 3.2, I think it's a turning point, a real democratization of AI, which is incredibly exciting. It has the potential to unlock so much creativity and problem solving. It's global.
It really is an exciting time to be part of this field. But with all this talk about incredible potential, I think it's also important to remember that any powerful tech comes with its own challenges, right?
Oh, for sure. It would be irresponsible to just talk about the good stuff without acknowledging the potential downsides and risks, too.
Exactly. So let's shift gears a bit and dive into some of the ethical stuff around a technology like this.
Of course. One of the biggest concerns with any powerful AI is, like, what if it's used for the wrong reasons? Right? Could someone use Llama 3.2 to generate harmful content,
Right.
spread misinformation, or even cook up deepfakes that are so good they're indistinguishable from reality? These are questions we can't ignore.
It's pretty chilling to think about, honestly, and it's not like it's outside the realm of possibility. So what can be done? Are there safeguards in place to minimize those risks?
Well, like we touched on earlier, Meta has also developed something called Llama Guard 3 alongside these new models.
So Llama Guard 3, what exactly is that? How does it work?
You can kind of think of it like a built-in safety filter for Llama 3.2.
Okay, so like a spam filter, but for AI.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good way to think about it.
Okay.
It's designed to spot and block stuff that's harmful, inappropriate content,
Right.
both in the prompts that users give the AI
Mhm.
and in the responses it spits out.
Interesting.
So, for example, let's say someone tries to use Llama 3.2 to create a fake news article
Right.
or spread some kind of misinformation. Ideally, Llama Guard 3 would step in and be like, nope, not going to happen.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
But let's be real, no tech is perfect, right? Are there ways to get around those safeguards? Could someone find a loophole and still use Llama 3.2 for bad stuff?
It's definitely a valid concern. It's kind of like any security system.
Right.
There's always a chance someone could find a way to crack it. That's why ongoing research and development is absolutely crucial.
Right.
Because as AI gets more sophisticated, the ways to misuse it will too, right? It's this constant back and forth
Yeah.
with the good guys, the developers, trying to stay one step ahead of the bad guys.
A game of cat and mouse.
Exactly.
So it's not a one-time fix. It's an ongoing process to make sure AI is used for the right reason.
100%. And it's not even just up to companies like Meta.
Right.
It takes a real team effort. Policymakers, researchers, developers, even the public needs to be involved to make sure AI is developed and used ethically.
We're all stakeholders in this thing.
Exactly.
We got to have those tough conversations, set some boundaries, work together to make sure this whole AI thing goes in a direction that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
100%.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's not just a tech revolution, it's a societal one.
It really does feel like we're on the edge of something massive here.
Yeah.
But Like you said, with big change comes big questions.
For sure.
And some of our listeners might be a little, apprehensive about all this, worried about AI, like this Llama 3.2, replacing jobs or becoming too powerful to control. What would you say to those folks who are feeling a little anxious about the whole thing?
It's completely understandable to feel that way. Those are valid concerns, and it's important to address them head on. It's true that AI is going to change things, like the job market, for example.
Right.
Some tasks are going to be automated. Some roles might change completely.
Right.
But if you look back, history shows us time and time again that whenever we have big leaps in technology, it also opens up a ton of new opportunities.
Yeah.
New industries pop up, new kinds of jobs we can't even imagine yet.
We can't even conceive of them right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily this doomsday scenario of robots taking everyone's jobs. It's more about adapting and evolving. The key is to embrace this idea of lifelong learning. Always be ready to adapt, learn new skills that are going to be valuable in this new world. And when it comes to that fear of AI, becoming too powerful, that's where responsible development and ethical guidelines are absolutely crucial.
Right.
We got to be proactive, not reactive. Set clear guidelines, put regulations in place, have safeguards to make sure AI always stays under human control.
So we don't end up living in some sci-fi dystopia where robots have taken over.
Yeah, exactly. But seriously, it's all about finding that balance. We want to encourage innovation, but also manage the risks that come with it.
For sure.
We need to be aware of the potential downsides without stopping progress altogether.
It's a delicate balance to strike, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's encouraging to see that people are taking ethical AI development seriously.
Absolutely.
It seems like there's a real effort to grapple with these big questions.
100%. And that's what gives me hope,
Yeah.
It shows that we're not just blindly rushing into this without thinking about the consequences. We're really thinking critically about the impact this is going to have and trying to make sure AI is a force for good in the world.
Well said. This has been a fascinating deep dive into Llama 3.2.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
We've covered a lot from its capabilities to, the ethical side of things. For our listeners who are like hungry for more, where should they go?
Meta's official announcement is definitely a great place to start. We'll drop a link in the show notes. They get into the nitty-gritty details, the tech stuff, the models, how they built it, their whole philosophy around responsible AI.
Awesome. And for those who are ready to, jump in and get their hands dirty with it, you can find everything you need at llama.com and Hugging Face.
Exactly. And, don't forget about all the amazing developers and researchers out there who are already building incredible things with this technology. It's really inspiring.
It's an open invitation to join the AI revolution.
That's it.
Who knows? Maybe someone listening right now will be the next AI superstar.
Totally.
Building the next groundbreaking app or tool with Llama 3.2.
That's the beauty of all of this. The future of AI. We're still writing it.
We are.
And that's incredibly exciting.
It's a pretty amazing time to be part of this. It's been awesome exploring Llama 3.2, a tech that really has the potential to change how we think about and interact with AI completely. As always, keep exploring, keep those questions coming, and stay curious. Until next time, happy learning, everyone.